Hello, Culpable. Hello, Zero. And hello, Dark. Let's do this. You're welcome, Dark. I think it's from OC Tracks or OC Remixes. And they basically do copyright-free or like a public domain, you know, music library that you can use on your streams, and it's just like a bunch of enthusiasts who just produce very awesome video game soundtrack remixes. It's quite an old website or database, but it used to be quite popular back in the day, and they have some bangers, especially for this Vampire Carpe. Hopefully you guys enjoy the soundtrack I put together. But yes, I agree. That's why I chose that particular track to be in my intro. It always pumps me up. It's kind of mysterious, but also kind of intense. Just how I envisioned this character. But yeah, hopefully you're feeling better today, Dark. I missed you yesterday. The Vampire RP is so old and not fun at all. Says after playing every day, right? Well, that's all my fault, Dark. I'm sorry. I'll try to make it better. I promise. Alright, let's put the book back on his table. Oh wait, I don't have it on me. I have it underneath the snake. I remember now. My god, this shit is awesome. Well, I'm very glad to hear that, Dark. You are definitely playing a big part of it being awesome, and I cannot wait to explore the dynamic of Damien, and of course Draven, and our lovely Darcy. Can't forget about her. Damn it! Come on! There we go. Alright, let's see if anyone is around. Greetings. Maya, was that you?
Hello?
Yeah. It's Damien.
Hi.
I was trying to follow you from up there, but you seem to be in a rush.
Oh, yes, hello.
How are you today?
Doing okay.
Did you have a chance? Sorry, you first.
No, I just said I didn't know anyone else in the house, so you scared me. What were you saying?
I was just about to ask you, did you have a chance to talk to Laszlo?
About what?
Just in general.
Very briefly yesterday before you were awake, but he's been out all day.
I see. I just wanted to make sure. He does have some plans, and I want to make sure everything goes as smooth as possible. If you have any questions, or perhaps if there is anything that you find inconvenient, do let me know. We can discuss a smooth transition.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Brother. Question before I tell and we start off with our usual bickering. Have you or anyone else planned anything with Tibbles?
Yes. Yesterday, I left a note. An anonymous one, a vague one, after she posted on the public notice board that she's looking to hire basically an assassin or a bodyguard or someone who would deal with her problems. I decided, the magnificent and altruistic superhero I am, that I would throw my hat into the ring. So, we posted a little note, put it in her mailbox, and decided to arrange a little meeting in Bashira's Tavern today at 5 p.m. of Eastern Stars.
Well, this is going to change your plans a little bit because Christoph, I'm not sure if he's awake still, found out that Tibbles is going to bring a large group with her. This is not going to be your usual meeting.
Is that
So whatever it was, yes.
What kind of
It's
group?
written on the board. Unknown, but it's a large group.
That could mean anything.
Whatever the case, Butter, we could have someone scout it out. Or we can go with an alternative plan if you wish to listen to it.
I've heard from Bashira that there will be a meeting at her tavern for Tibbles. Apparently, she is looking to hire bodyguards, and someone has offered services without giving their name and told her to meet them there. Sorry. If this is someone in our house, be aware that a large group will be accompanying Tibbles to this meeting. Nice.
And that is not all, but I'll let you finish that first.
Well, that certainly doesn't surprise me. I had a feeling that there is about 70% chance that she will not come alone.
Depending if it's a large group, whichever note you left. The person that wrote said note, whatever you put in there, could have an alternative conversation. You'll send another note, or you can send another note, explaining that, oh, I thought you were looking for guards, but clearly, on a whim, you've managed to ascertain a large group to go along with you. Clearly, our services are not needed.
I was thinking more of I'll go there alone and just enjoy a cold one in my favorite tavern. While
Are you sure
everyone
about that?
else will be waiting as a backup in case something goes down. All I ever wanted from this was to have a chance to talk to her, and I will get that chance. At least now we know she's coming.
Surprisingly bold move, brother.
There's nothing bold about it. She can't really kill me in the tavern. She can bring as many people as she wants, but they wouldn't dare to harm me in a tavern. And if they are that stupid, well, you can deal with them however you see fit.
This all depends on how many of us we can bring. And yes, you know me, I'm always up for a fight. But I do not wish to run a fool's errand.
Of course not. I'm pretty sure they know that we know. And we know that they know. But it changes nothing. They don't know what we want. They probably think we want to mess with her or kill her. They can think whatever they want, because they're irrelevant. We will get what we need from this. In fact, we already are. However this turns out, it's just the cherry on top. And I, for one, am excited.
Now make sure my sword is sharp for that.
You do just that, because tonight, you might have to use it.
I'm not afraid of that.
I know you're
Are you
not.
ready for agenda point number 2?
Of course. Talk to me. I saw the letter, or the post, with the title Attack.
Yes, this one is proving to be a far bigger problem than we thought. Do you remember in the olden lands when we had to deal with renegade feral vampires, ones that are half-bloods? Have you any recollection of those kind of fights?
Of course.
Well, then be aware that yesterday night, I'm not entirely sure who got attacked first, but as far as I understood, Astelin and Natalia they got attacked. And in this fight, the one named Jameson apparently, which I believe to be the bastard, I'm not sure, but I think that's what others are calling him, is one that is of half-blood in my eyes. Very feral, very rash, has a large ego and is cocky. Even more than me, which is surprising. And this one does not really fight with any blade. Gets close to one, draws blood from near him, does a hit and run tactic and then cast magic from afar. But this one seems to be a lot stronger than most. Able to take form of a black wolf. And this is not guaranteed that this is true because I haven't seen it. But potentially be able to take a form of a bat. As far as I know, only True Bloods was able to do that like me. But clearly that's not the case.
So, we're basically fighting a godlike caricature of our kind. An abomination.
Oh, an abomination, yes. And not recommendable to fight on your own. As much as we have our own egos. And as much as I would like to use mine. This is one I think needs to be handled with tact.
Apparently so. Very well. For now. We should probably ignore this threat and focus on what we can actually change or influence. This one seems to be a lost cause.
A lost cause, yes, but a problem nonetheless. Speaking of, the one that got attacked is right here.
Wait, what's a lost cause?
Jameson.
The renegade.
The renegade.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's a lost cause, but I would say he's definitely trouble. I'm assuming you got the story.
Yes.
I gave him most of it, aside from the part where he can be found in cliff watch quite often, enjoying drinks to hold on whatever kind of sanity he has left.
Well, did you also tell him that he came here specifically looking for Athena and Amaya, and the group of vampires that want to kill him?
Not yet, but now that you've said it, that is indeed true.
Yes.
Why did he come
He
for
was
those
looking
two?
for those two.
And
I
not
don't
for
know.
you?
He was looking for those two by name. He
I-
kept asking for them by name.
I do not understand. You are the masturbator. Why did he not come after you first, like always?
I don't know. Probably because I'm good at avoiding people's notice.
You're slipping, Natalia. You're losing your mojo.
That'll be the day.
I'm just joking. I am glad that you survived this encounter. And that he didn't cause too much harm, I presume. Although I do not understand why is he looking specifically for our twins.
Unsure.
Two things. First, you don't get to the title of master with everyone noticing you. Kind of defeats the purpose. Second, I would say he's looking for them because they are most often the ones that go to town and talk to people in town. More than likely, someone has actively pointed them out to him. If I had to guess.
Interesting. Probably Tibbles or someone else. Maybe the Witchers. Although one would think that all of these Cliffwatch citizens would unite in their pursuit of vanquishing this abomination.
You would think so, but I mean, come on, if the guy is commonly seen around Cliffwatch drinking and stuff, it doesn't sound to me like they're really bothered by him. Even though
Apparently
he's
not.
apparently been attacking people right outside the walls.
And apparently they're bothered by us for buying cows and wearing clothes.
I don't question how the human mind works, or any other creature for that matter. People are weird. They find our dark clothing and our demeanors a little, unnerving, I guess. Well, I mean, come on, you two especially can be highly unnerving to someone that's not used to you.
Of course.
No, I don't get it. Clarify.
Your voice, your manner. the way you hold yourself can be
What's
highly
wrong with my
unnerving to
voice?
someone that's not used to it. There's nothing wrong with it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for someone that's not used to it, you can seem a little bit intimidating.
A tad on the aggressive side, perhaps.
Yep.
I thought I was the hothead.
I will take your feedback under consideration.
Well, I mean, that goes for both of you. Like I
That'll
said,
be
for
fun.
someone that's not used to it, it can seem very unnerving.
Sounds like their problem, not ours. We haven't actually done anything that would harm them. They may find
What?
our presence threatening, but until we do anything, they cannot really arrest us for looking dangerous.
No, but apparently someone can show up pretty much every night and try to kill at least one of us. I'm waiting on the night I wake up and I go out the door and there's just like a large group standing on the front with like pitchforks and torches, and then I'm just gonna look at them and say, "What have I done this time?"
I doubt you'll have to wait long.
No, at the rate we're going, we're really not gonna have to. I'm sorry to say, but it has gotten worse every single day.
Well, looks like we're going to have to turn to self-defense. And unfortunately, we might be forced to cause some harm. And of course, I think it's only fair to extract some blood from these poor, unfortunate victims of war. Laszlo wanted more blood. Maybe this is how we get it. Very organic way. A fair trade, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, I think a fair trade is if we're gonna get into these fights and probably most likely get killed sooner or later. I mean, I'd at least like to die for something I actually did.
We are
That's
not
just my
going to
opinion.
die.
They want to kill us and we haven't even had any fun yet.
Exactly.
Fun fact, you can harvest about 150 vials per adult human male. Something to keep in mind.
Well, I have a feeling that tonight is the night when our fun begins.
I sure hope so. If I'm going to be targeted, I'd like to at least have it be for something I've done. Not just for being the daughter of someone who makes baked goods.
We shall see. But even if all of them line up at our door with the intent of killing us, it's not going to be that easy. Of that I can assure you. Our bloodlines are strong. We have been through wars. When a kettle decides to fight back, you just increase your relentlessness. You sharpen your sword, and you make ready. Hello, Rick. Apparently everyone.
One thing I find lacking by all of this is that we're fighting on the back foot. I do not wish to have any more of those lesser beings come on our literal doorstep and attack one of our own, meaning that we have the lack of defense. I'd rather be on the offense,
The
brother.
renegade vampire Jameson, the Reachers, Tibbles.
This is what I've been advocating for a long time. And we're also glancing over the fact that there could potentially be a leak. So, since we have two of the elderly here, I would like to put forward to make sure we test the dog and the slave. Make sure they are not a leak.
They have been quite useful. For Lucy, you'll have to speak to Athena, and you'll need to speak to Mother about the dog. We may be of the elderly, but every dog has its master.
Of course.
Draven,
I just...
I am
yes.
not trying to minimize your concern. Please, don't get me wrong. But if you start doubting ourselves now, then the fight might as well be already over. We need the
I know.
help of everyone right now. Both the Lycan and Lucy. and anyone else who might be sympathetic to our cause. That is why we are still trying to play nice. If we choose a direct confrontation, then we will mark ourselves as bad guys, and no one will come to our aid. Remember, we will benefit from the bloodshed, but we don't have to be the initiators. We can just watch from afar. And then kill whoever remains.
If it makes you feel better at all, Draven, I'm 100% positive both Lucy and the pup would die for any of us.
Then I will take you on your word. And don't take my brash approach of making sure that they are clean. It's the only ones I do not trust. I trust the Elderly and I trust the La Rosa. But I've never trusted any flea bag. Or blood bag for that matter.
No offense was taken. If we had taken offense, you would know.
I
Trying to
trust.
trust that. Then trust us to control our own.
I trust that their fear of our power is stronger than their desire to stab us in the back. Even if they do, they must understand that we would hunt them down eventually. Eventually. We are quite vengeful. I think we already showed them. I am not relying on their loyalty or trust. I am relying on their fear.
And magic is a powerful aid in loyalty when it comes to lesser beings. I don't think you'll have to worry about them.
That is good.
On a
And
different
speaking of, sorry, go on. Yes.
Damien, you talk of wanting to make, I guess, quote-unquote friends out there. People to, see our side of things, so to speak. Let me put this to you, then. Seems every other person that I've met has one reason or another to want to kill us or harm us. The numbers are growing less every day of ones that we could possibly turn to, aid us. So you might want to think on that one.
Maybe
And how you're
so.
going to turn that around.
But I have also heard the number of people who are tired of the Witchers and their approach of threatening everyone they meet, everyone they deem suspicious in Cliffwatch. I've seen the mayor of Cliffwatch banning magical users. I have seen people openly disputing the methods of the Witchers. I have seen people sympathizing with the vampire, apparently. I do believe that there is enough chaos, enough leeway, enough opportunities for us to find our place in this fragile state of things. After all, if the Witchers do something so insufferable, who will these people come to deal with them? It will be us and no one else. And what about the demons? What if they decide to completely destroy Cliffwatch so that nothing but smoldering ruins remain? We will be the strongest force in these lands, and they will come to us for aid. That is my hope. We may not be best friends, but people respond to power. They always have, and they always will. And power is what we have. It is who we are.
Then I suggest, like I said, you start thinking of ways that we can turn all this around, because I went into town a little while ago. I was up at the market selling things. Saw movement out of the corner of my eye. I recognized the person. I'm not going to name their name. They walked by and they whispered to me that I should probably get out of there quick. I took their advice, and I sat on the wall and watched. Sure enough, 3 black horses ride up. Start combing the marketplace. I can only assume looking for me. I wasn't going to go ask them.
think they would do with you?
At this point, anybody's guess is a good one. I've
Yeah.
had people try to kill me. I've had people try to pull my fang out.
Is that so?
People
Who
are-
tried to pull your fangs out?
The guy last night.
The renegade.
Jameson.
But
That seems like an outlier. I wouldn't consider his actions reflective of the overall public reception of our cause.
No, don't get me wrong. I don't. I'm just saying that even an outlier, even just a single person, can cause a lot of problems. I mean, come on. Take the rat, for example. One single person has caused a waterfall of problems.
Indeed.
Over
Doesn't take
something
much.
She didn't even need the truth. All she needed was a fabrication she came up with.
But
Mhm.
that is why I arranged today's meeting, where we will deal with this once and for all. And in regards to that so-called vampire, demigod, whoever it might be, can do whatever it wants. If it attacks us, we will defend ourselves. But as far as I'm concerned, if he is this unpredictable, and if he attacks everyone in his way, then let him do that. Let him stir this chaos. He's basically just another demon, trying to mess with everyone. And the more distractions like this, the better for us.
Well, before we kill him, I do want to speak to him. I'm not sure how he knows us by name. I have only told 4 people my name, and nobody knows that I am Athena's sister. So the fact that he came here and asked for both of us by name together, I don't know what kind of powers he possesses, but unless our neighbors have leaked information, it's impossible he would know my name.
At this point, someone could have overheard you, or the neighbors could have talked, even though it might be highly improbable. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he can read our thoughts. I wouldn't be surprised. There are some very powerful vampires who developed all sorts of abilities. Be that as it may, it changes nothing. If he wants to come after you, then the entire alliance will come after him. He may be powerful, but he can't do anything.
So what I'm hearing is we stay our course for now. We continue making friends and just let the others' chaos reign around us.
Exactly. It is obvious to me that these adversaries of ours want to pull us into a direct conflict. They want us to step out of the shadows into broad daylight, but that is not what we do. Even though it could have been a preferred course of actions, we must remain patient for now. Build up our position, make sure we are ready before we strike, so that we can claim our victory instead of fight a battle with an uncertain resolution.
yes, brother. Don't keep on your back foot for too long. I'm waiting for your moment of show of power since you just mentioned that. This just seems like a delay to me.
That day will come, I promise. Natalia, we will need your help. You, of all people. You are the one who should be the most sympathetic. The one who would be the most understood of our kind. Whatever they might think of us, they cannot deny that you have been singled out, attacked continuously, threatened at every step of the way. We can protect you here, but we cannot protect you out there. Tibbles might feel threatened, but she was never attacked. You were. every day.
You realize that one of these attacks might actually be fatal. So I hope your day that you say of a show of power is not going to be when one or more of us have already been lost. We got lucky so far.
Yes. But I do not believe in pure luck or coincidences. I do believe we got into that position on purpose. Because we earned it. Oh, the server is going down. Hello, Russell. Alright. Hello, Leah. How are you today? Man, I love this intense RP. And I cannot wait for tonight. How's my butt? Badminton today? Oh yeah. Actually, my butt has been spared of any excessive damage, I gotta say. I played quite well today. Like, the worst outcome I had in the worst round was like 2015. Most of the time it was like 2018. I actually played really well today, for some reason. Hello, Zekro. Ever get a feeling you work so hard on a build, hoping it causes someone some RP, and then someone posts it in screenshots? Oh. Well, you cannot really stop people from posting screenshots of your lovely house. Whenever someone sees something pretty, they take a picture of it and share it with everyone. But if you want to, you know, hide something or make something very, very private, then you can always ask admins to designate you a spot in the admin area, for example. You know, create you like a portal over there, and you can turn it into an event. But like everything on the server where we have access to is a fair game. Are you just learning to handle your boss's chode? Why are we talking about your butt, John? Well, because P-Fund, every time I play against my boss, I get steamrolled, okay? And my butt suffers a great deal of damage. And this is how I deal with it, okay? By sharing my suffering with my lovely friends. Hello, Sammy. Oh, I miss you too. I hope you're doing well today. Hope you enjoyed playing that freaking... oh my god, is it the Dino one or the Zoo one? Planet Zoo. Oh, wait, there we go. I couldn't think of the name. There we go. Hope you're having fun with that. True, but it was a screenshot of when it wasn't finished. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Zekro. But it's nice of you, you know, trying to create something cool and unique. And remember, not everyone checks the screenshot section religiously, especially those who don't want to be spoiled. And that should be your target audience. From what I hear, your boss is spot on. Oh, he's incredibly good. Much better than me. But I am catching up, slowly but surely. Oh my god. John's big... Sammy, you make me sound like the worst fucking person in the entire world. And I agree, I sometimes am, but please. I try my best to be accessible so that anyone can reach me. Don't... Please don't turn this into like a creepy, you know, I am a senpai and you're just trying me to notice you. Come on, Sammy, we're friends. Don't do this to me, please. Luckily they did mark it as spoilers. Oh, that's awesome. Junior, oh please. Listen. I couldn't be further from anything even remotely cool, okay? Just... stop your obsession. Stop your appreciation. I would much more prefer if you guys hated me, okay? That's much more straightforward as a relationship. Service up, thank you, Turing. Actually, I'm gonna wait before. If I join too early, I'm gonna have to look up the IP, and I don't wanna do that because I'm lazy. There we go. That's the spirit, Leah. Squeezy squeezy with Sammy. Severage is 4-7. Ooh. I hope Gip is doing well today, Sammy, and any other days. I hope his singing career is progressing. Weavers of Fate, and that he doesn't drive you too crazy. Get a room, you too, right? He's got quite an attitude. Oh, so he's developing a personality. Oh my. Ooh. I hate when people do that. You know, I try to eliminate all personality out of my friends. Usually those that RP with me, because it's much easier to then, you know, force them to do things for me. But it's hard, you know, when they decide to be autonomous and think for themselves. I hate when they do that. Who is this character? This is Damien. He is one of the vampires of the De La Rosa. I'm logging in, but gotta get my laundry done. Alrighty. Journal needs mindless drones. Got it. Exactly, P-Fund. Yeah, that is a good point, Zekro. A vampire indeed. We have a tribe of like 11 or 12 vampires. Let me off a leash, man. Put me in, coach. Time to roll in Belladonna. Well. You know where we are. Never hurts to ask. Could certainly use more numbers.
That's right, some of us just wake up more aggressive than others.
Look, had a rough night, alright?
Apparently so. Oh, sorry, that was... That's a good shoulder there, champ. Keep it up.
Anybody else want a free punch while we're at it?
I'm sorry.
Look what you started, Natalia.
Hello,
Damn it, I'm sorry.
Christoph. Please save us from this awkward situation where we're punching each other.
Not each other, they're just all punching me.
Hitting on the door.
I haven't done a single thing.
You,
It's in
I
case they
appreciate
get
that.
lost so you can track them.
you have a very
I-
punchable body.
Thanks.
It's a smashing body, if you ask me.
It's very smart.
Can we just continue
Nice
on to what we
try,
were talking about?
At least now you know you can take a pounding. It's an important thing to know before you get in a fight.
Indeed.
Well, I found that out when I repeatedly got my ass kicked the other day. I didn't need it to be reiterated. But it's good to know your limits, I guess.
Fair enough. Natalia, what do you think? Is my request too much? Is my idea of trying to gain some sympathy out of everyone else perhaps too naive?
What are you proposing?
You seem to be the victim of everything that has been going on since day one. Yet, this Tibbles, this rat, seems to be on everyone's mind. She seems to be the martyr of Cliffwatch. Everyone seems to be on her side. Yet, no one even touched her, as far as I know. You, on the other hand, have been through so much. Yet, no one even bats an eyelash. Except for us. You're the one who has been attacked by demons, vampires, and to a certain degree harassed by witchers, humans, mages. Pick your target.
You have a point.
Greetings.
Hello, Puck.
Good morning.
But I also see your point. We're playing a dangerous game. We are spinning a certain narrative here, and we are hoping that our plan will work. But in the end, all that we are doing is trying to buy us a bit more time before we unleash our true power and take what we need. And I do believe that the more time we can secure... Well, thank you so much for the sub, Ninja. Amen.
The more time, the better.
Indeed, but I am well aware how dangerous of a game this is. Oh.
I mean, we've pretty well established that danger in every day, so whether we do anything or not, it's still dangerous.
Very much so. Serverborg? Oh. Yeah, 99999. Oh well. You know what? I'll use this time and I will go freaking put some ice into my water. Because I am not in the mood for room temperature water right now. I bought like these, what is it called? It's like rubbery ice forms, ice makers, and it's amazing. You just pour water into it, but it's not like the plastic ones, you know, where you have to like freaking smack it with a hammer just to get it out of the freaking form. You can just simply like squish it out of it so gently and lightly, and it just, you know, goes into the drink. It's amazing. I love it. Alright, gonna go get my ice water. I'll be right back.
Are you moister than an oyster? Oh, hi, John.
Alright, I'm back.
I'm like a sardine swimming in my own juices.
What
Ninja,
did
please
I
expect-
come into?
Shut no, hold on. Ninja, please expect a royalty payment. It's on its way. I did steal that from you, and I'm fully willing to give credit.
Oh, exactly. Pablo, it is a silicone
It's
ice maker,
10
and it is
in the
great.
night, and it's still at 28 degrees Celsius.
And it was so cheap. My mother bought it to me,
He's
and
here
I
to collect
love
his
it.
royalty payment, Russell.
Thank you for the welcome back.
It's got to get Venmoed or something. Just say your bank details very loudly, Ninja. All of them, please,
Nobody's
while John is
listening?
streaming. Yeah.
Hold on, I'll look up my social insurance number for you as well.
Thank you, Ninja. May as well be comprehensive.
Do you want my mother's maiden name and first pet's name as well?
Yeah, and your first
And spell it out.
Think it's
yeah,
much
and your
worth follow.
elementary school, your first
Let's
elementary
go.
school.
Right.
But just
The
listen
name
out
of
Make
the
loud.
first
model,
pet?
make and model
Chat.
of your first car.
Yeah, and
hopefully
your
provide
favorite
you with some
dessert, please.
entertainment.
Actually, this one's completely
Yeah.
separate, but
We're
we
waiting for the
actually
server
do
to come
need
back.
know. Do tell us your favorite dessert.
Tiramisu.
Fuck yes, we love
Oh my
it,
gosh.
Ninja.
You don't even know the amount of hours that we have talked about tiramisu. That was literally
like-
the best thing you could have said there.
Give him the tag, John. Give
my
him the
God.
tag. Give him the tiramisu.
The tiramisu
tag.
enjoyer.
Yes.
I also love tiramisu.
That was
what
genuinely
the
the best
Shut
thing
up, dog.
you could have said in that
fuck? You
situation.
cannot spell
did really well.
tiramisu without Tirim.
Alright, if anyone
Tiramisu.
if anyone knows how to set up a bot that would automatically give you a role of tiramisu enjoyer, I will give you the rights to do so.
Admin said don't join back in yet.
Oh, so good. So good. Ninja, well
Like-
answered.
How do other cakes compare? They just don't.
They don't.
Yeah. They just don't.
The next closest would be cheesecake.
Hello, Black
But
Skull.
I can sit down and
Hope you're
eat an
doing well.
entire
Yeah.
tiramisu.
And
cake.
hello, Endobanana.
Cheesecake gets too
Thank you
rich.
so much for the
in one,
follow.
and I can't do it.
Hope you guys are
That is
doing
actually
well.
very true. Yeah.
I hate cake, but I will devour a tiramisu.
You heathen.
I don't care, Mutt. Shush. I hate cake, but I will devour tiramisu.
That's actually fair, yeah.
Mm.
You know,
You've
I
it's,
even
don't
gone,
like baked goods. They're too.
you've even gone so far as to start looking into tiramisu
Dirty vitamins.
variations.
though, okay,
Hello,
there's only
Pistachio
one
tiramisu?
Good
thing.
evening.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
So
shut
sorry,
your
not pushing
poor ears.
the
Listen to
buttons.
them. You're like,
I'm doing
Listen,
good. I'm just
there's-
waiting for
there's
the phone to
only
come back.
one. To
Yeah,
actually,
same
yeah,
here.
this
That's
is
what we're
really
doing
good.
here, just talking about our
listen,
favorite
there's only
desserts.
one thing better than tiramisu in life.
Mm.
It's supporting your favorite streamer of your choice with a monthly Twitch Prime subscription. It's completely free for you.
Yeah, quickly. There we go. Thank you.
I got you, John.
We don't want any
I'm here to-
unsolicited
I'm here
promotion over here.
Unsolicited
I'm here to admit-
solicitations.
Yes.
How disgusting trying to promote you. Not on my watch.
No, not at all. Only hate and pure ass spite is allowed.
I'm going to unmute you now, Tareem, and I don't want to
There
hear
we
any kind
go. I
of
totally
happiness
forgot.
towards John. There you go.
I've already been a part of too many Twitch communities that go from small to large, and then the chat turns into a blur. It's not happening on our watch. Fuck John getting rich. Not happening.
No.
Man, I
looking on
knew that one
Gatsby.
day, I would have the opportunity to become like Ninja or Shroud, but that damn Ninja was standing in my way, blocking all my goals and dreams.
Damn.
Damn Ninja.
Someone ban P-Fun. He's promoting you in chat.
He's
No.
actually being a mod. Look at P-Fun go.
I could do
He
it if
might
I
not
wanted to, I
understand
don't
out
know.
of context channel, but he understands his role in this chat. You go, P-Fund.
If Pifan could post GIFs in my chat, my chat would be nothing but GIFs of cat being confused.
The what face? The poor cat?
Yeah.
Listen, I hate any kind of
Oh,
promotion or
There's nothing better
self-promotion.
than
That's
cat
even
GIFs, okay.
worse. So just
There
don't.
truly isn't.
It
The
makes
one-
me
the
feel
new one that
awkward.
you've been
It makes
using
me
a
feel
lot of
horrible.
cat vomiting or doing like the
Yes.
amazing.
So good.
I
Oh my
have
God,
decided
Dark banned
to
P-Fun.
I think Dark
compartmentalize
just
as a
typed
streamer.
that out.
And my compartmentalization results in
And
the
you
fact
fell
that
for
you
it.
guys don't
Which
exist,
is
you are not
so-
real,
Dark,
and
he gave Dark
uh,
exactly what he
all
wanted.
of this is just me talking to
How
myself.
dare.
That's the only way for me
Russell.
to justify this.
I do like this one even more.
Stop getting my mullet. What, you're getting your mullet? Don't get a mullet. That's a horrible haircut.
I love. See, you know the best ones though, when like a cat comes and smells your foot and then does that. That's just pure
Yeah.
cat energy.
That's happened to you before?
No, there's like videos of it.
Oh, I was going to say that's not
I
a
was
good
going to
I mean-
mention that as well. I
You
was
shouldn't
like, what are you
admit to
doing to
that.
cats, Russell?
Well, I don't have a
Animal
cat, sadly.
abuse.
If I did, oh my god, I would love a cat.
He doesn't need a cat. He
though.
has me.
Yeah, you're
He's
just
gonna sniff his
irritable.
feet, John.
No.
I must.
Sniff my feet, John. Please
No.
don't. I'm really
LL upped their player cap to 100.
Wow.
Dream gets it.
That poor server.
Yeah.
You actually
Yeah, I
have a
thought
mullet.
it would
I meant
be
a
able
mullet like a
to
woman.
get higher
Oh,
than
mullet.
1020
Sorry,
ping,
sorry.
but,
You're absolutely right. I totally forgot that is actually a hammer too. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I learned something new today.
I'm here to win, motherfucker.
What?
Oh my god, they're
Okay, you
posting
have no idea
gifs
what
of
you're going up
cats
against.
in our tribe chat.
So I don't
Cat
want to spend
versus-
too
Not
much
make
time
Cats
chat
being
evolve
disgusted
into that.
of various
Don't do
things.
that.
Cat
It's
versus
glorious.
feet.
Yeah, let me. I feel like we should post this in out of context or
Yeah,
in memes.
that's it's a
I feel like memes is a
interesting
good channel for
decision to
that.
make
Or just follow
because
on from P-Fun's growing.
I feel like if I was running a server, I
gift
would
trail in our
probably
context.
because I feel like
It's
once
3
you go
favorites.
above 40, everything just goes to hell, and it doesn't
That's
really
okay.
matter if your ping is 600 or or 900.
God, Lord,
So,
over me. I will
I
take
think
it.
I would just stick with the
I will
70
never
player
admit to who
cap.
said that,
I
but
wouldn't
it's
go above it
hilarious.
because
Was
things
you?
just go from bad to
No.
worse. And I would
You don't
focus
out of
on limiting
context
other
yourself. That
things
is
like,
the number one
you know,
and
building
only rule.
pieces and
I know.
mods of most importantly,
Do
I
not
think
join
that's the
server
way
yet,
to
even
go.
though if it's on.
Mhm.
especially these days when
Dark
so
is
many
saying,
of the biggest mods are so unstable and so
wait, never mind.
taxing on performance. But
Dark is
here's the
saying
thing,
nothing.
no one really
No,
knows.
Dark doesn't
Like,
exist.
running a Conan
He's an
server is
edgy
such an
teenager.
alchemy. You cannot really
that's our dog.
predict how things are going to behave without actually stress testing everything after the season already started. Like, there is no way of knowing. So you can only guess. You can have an educated guess. You can see
Wait,
what
do I
worked
still
on
have
other
my
servers.
favorite
But
werewolf gift saved? Where is
it's
it?
so difficult, and I don't envy
Well,
anyone
anyway,
who runs
before
a
we
Conan server.
descended into feet and cats. Yeah, Ninja, we have even looked at things like pistachio tiramisu, thoughts, prayers, concerns,
You think it's the beyond
social
decoration?
security number.
It is possible. I don't think it's just a single
I'm
mod.
intrigued.
I don't think it's a single
The
a lack
Eagle
of single mod.
beforehand.
I think it's just a compound issue, you know, of
The,
too much strain on the
Let's say
server
a
because
trifle.
of certain
I'm
mods, you
thinking
know,
if
like
there's that many
Emberlight,
types of tiramisu,
probably even the
why not
Dudes
have a
mod,
tiramisu trifle?
and of course
Oh my
AOC
gosh,
plus the
don't do this to
combination
me.
of the
This is
map
enchilada
overhaul,
incident all
and of
over
course the
again.
higher
And I
population
will control that.
of weavers, and all the other
I've been
servers
wanting
out there
a fucking
too.
enchilada for I don't know how long it's been since you said it. But
Basically,
since
having a
then-
high ping is inevitable.
Since that moment.
You can minimize things, you
It
can
hurts.
go the extra mile of making
Right.
sure you know that the
Once
server
I
is
figured
as
out how
smooth
to
as
make the
possible, but
sauce, it was like,
still,
I
you
don't
know.
think I could ever have a restaurant.
If you actually want to
where-
have a smooth
Where is our
PvP
ninja
experience,
cooking stream?
you just
When-
you
Wait,
can
release one?
build and you can't have too many players around. That's just Conan for you, unfortunately.
Cooking with Ninja.
So we're kind of used to
Gosh.
the fact, you know, that once a conflict situation
What do you buy
results
at Katana
into
first?
a PvP scenario,
Oh.
just it is what it is, you know.
Where every
I never-
recipe is
So
just a
stupid.
different
RP
version of
PvP.
tiramisu, and you call it the tiramisu diaries.
Gosh.
To be competitive.
And
or
then you
to
cut the
win,
tiramisu
because
I
with
would
the
follow
katana.
along.
I always
That's a lot
enjoy
of
it for the
tiramisu.
RP aspect
That's the
of
only
it,
thing I'm
and
doing.
depending
That's
on how
a-
the result
You know,
goes,
I'm fucking
You should
fine with
open
I'm
a
happy with
restaurant.
both outcomes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the mod itself. I think it's the fact that
Just to
everyone
sort of
really
try
loves
and
it and
take
have so
away
many of
from
those
the
decorations,
growing
almost all of
thread
it, and managed to modify them.
cats and feet,
Yeah,
just put a
it's
pistachio tiramisu.
like these
And
servers
yet
have
you
an
always
incredible
come back
impact
to it and
on
remind
the
us
server
that this was
performance and
actually a topic we
decorations,
talked about.
containers. That has
You
always
talked
been
about.
such an issue in
I
Conan.
love a callback to him.
I see.
So I think
I'm gonna give
100%
that
you're definitely not
tiramisu
wrong.
image a 4 out of 10.
That is a very poor tiramisu. What is
It
that?
looks quite dry, doesn't it? It does
What
look
is
quite
that?
dry.
It needs to be taller, fluffier.
Yeah,
more,
what is-
more topping?
I didn't just want to
Still
go with a
talking about
basic, like,
tiramisu.
topping
I'm
picture.
sorry,
I wanted to try and
guys.
see if I could find one with layers. Just fucking take a look.
It
Which
looks
kind
like
of
a
falls into the
sandwich to
trifle
me.
thing. I like it.
It does look like a sandwich.
Yeah, it's like a sandwich with some.
Like a
pistachio
moldy
on top.
sandwich.
Oh. Oh.
Ow.
No.
Fuck
Okay,
yeah,
that one looks
that's
better.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
got the
that-
layers of. Oh my god.
It looks like it
Yeah.
has an egg
Why are
on
you
top
doing
of
this
it
to me?
and the spinach, and I hate it.
Some thick filling there.
Yes. I was about to say that, but then I couldn't.
Oh.
because I knew it would be a what the
But
fuck
imagine-
is
It's a bit more. That looks a little bit more cheesecakey. that
Spamming
first
my
one that you
tribe
posted
chat with
too.
tiramisu
Yeah, we
pictures.
do
what
love
the fuck
our
is that?
cream. We do
What
love our cream.
jerks.
that? Is that second one star anise? I don't understand life.
Yeah.
I'm
A
sure all
star?
your viewers are very pleased with the conversation.
Oh,
Yes,
If
they are.
not,
How
then,
do you-
you can see the door.
Thank you
that third one is
for
pretty
kicking
Take
me
a
out of my
left.
own channel.
That last
Yeah,
one.
take a left, find a cliff.
That
jump off.
last one, look at that cream to
We lost control, guys. I'm sorry.
milk recipe.
Exactly. It's got much better ratios.
Oh gosh.
Look at the fluffiness of this one, okay?
Well, I can't zoom in on it.
Oh,
Is
Well,
that
it's
balsamic?
very-
5 p.m.
Do you think that's
EST
like a
is
balsamic vinegar?
very close.
Like a sweet one?
On
like
a
a,
tiramisu?
Oh.
I
on
don't,
top?
in
I don't think so.
I don't know. What is
almost
that,
30
though?
minutes.
Wait,
It's so
what-
Going to
dark.
get ready.
That's chocolate sauce.
I was gonna
Chocolate?
say it looks like a chocolate sauce.
It's just chocolate. Balsamic vinegar.
Yeah,
Listen
would
to
figure-
this fancy bitch.
I
right
would
there.
figure a way to like do like a coffee sweet balsamic vinaigrette thing and pop that on top, bougie it right up. I'm googling that right now. Please stand by.
I'm finding the one with the star anise multiple times. What is that? Let me open that.
It's a tiramisu with star anise. I don't understand the question.
Let me...
You know what? I think I'm
Okay,
just gonna stream
so-
it
Clink
for you.
clink, and it took you somewhere
It-
naughty.
Let me see.
No.
Okay.
So
You're
instead
giggling
of
quite a lot.
listen, instead of showing me the recipe, it's actually just advertisement for an hotel room with the picture on it all over a wall.
Let's see.
They're selling a wall decal that's the size of a wall with a plate of tiramisu on it.
Oh.
Huh. Are you sure you don't want to buy that? It's a full wall
I'm-
decal.
I'm thinking about it. I do think about it. Oh
You
my
can
God.
make a coffee balsamic glaze.
Alright. Now you can see my Discord.
What are you doing, Ross?
I am gonna make the
See the
bougiest
pictures
fucking
of tiramisu. Alright, guys, just so you know, I am now streaming the Discord so that everyone can see.
Oh.
Quick, talk shit.
Alright, talk shit, get hit. Where is the ERP
feel like-
content?
But
Why did that startle you?
And that's it, I'm done streaming it.
You have to show out the tiramisu. It was wonderful.
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
idea. Alright, you can start talking shit about people again.
Alright, okay. So Tibbles, am I right?
ooh,
Oh yeah, just 30 minutes.
sorry, I don't
We-
know why, but
When the server comes back, we do need to get there as soon as possible.
Wait, get where?
Well, to the Tavern of Bashira.
Oh, I
Us
see.
being late is not our fault.
Have a lot of fun. I'll go to Aramore.
Oh, come on. We need you there.
Why?
Well, apparently everyone else is going to be there, so we need the backup.
Yeah, I'm on the
Well,
ticking clock here.
Christoph still knows literally nothing about it except for what he posted on the bulletin.
do
Nobody
you-
has told him about this at all.
We will tell you. We would have told you if the server came back.
No shit.
Yeah, literally, it's not our fault. My God.
Shut up, Matt.
yeah, look at you pretending like you've got agency. Like, do as you're told to get to that tavern.
Literally, it's not the Mutt's fault for not telling him yesterday.
Wait, but I
Wait,
told you
what?
everything I
Alright,
knew
you can join.
yesterday.
Oh, I'm not talking about him telling you, Christoph. You'll catch up. I'm more about the mutt being like,
Oh,
I don't know
perfect,
if I
we
want to
can
go. Get your wee butt to that tavern.
Oh yeah, as if it's a choice. Oh,
Yeah. Like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go.
You know
Listen
what?
to him
You
pretend
know what?
Like he has a choice.
Russell, I'm gonna
Alright,
log
guys,
in
the server is
before
back.
you and head out to Aramore
Weavers
before you
of
can even
Fate.
give me the order to accompany you. There you go. I'm gonna
Oh.
power game you. Oh,
I'm actually
fuck.
gonna sneak off and go and do something else, I think.
Fuck you, Arya.
'Cause I actually have the agency to do that.
Alright, I muted them. They're back in business. Look at this, everyone already joined. Fuck, I should repair my sword. Nah, it's fine. Still have the big one. So, where were we?
You were explaining this idea you have to use me and my past experiences in these lands to garner a little sympathy.
Yes. Anyone opposed?
Yes, quite so.
The floor is yours.
Thinking about it, we have been here since day one. The public opinion of us has been quite altered in the direction they please. Sending her out to be in the broad daylight to gather some kind of sympathy of folk that have been interacting with Tibbles is going to be futile. It's going to be putting her into the bright daylight instead of putting her in the shadows where she can observe. I only see us playing with her life.
Who says she's the one who has to go garner the favoritism?
There was just mentioned that she would be doing that. That's what I gathered from this.
What
No.
I mean is, we can alter. Our house has been attacked several times without any provocation.
She doesn't need to do anything but to survive. The trouble will find her. No matter what. The rest is up to us. To spin it. To use her. As our own martyr. She's one of us. She's the one being attacked. She's the one constantly in danger. And we, her family, are just trying to protect her.
If you speak of sending someone in line, let's say the dog or the other slave, then yes, that might work. You would have to work on it for a while. I know for a fact that the dog has put in quite a bit of effort to cast, what's the word for it? Confusion, I believe. Then yes, that might work. As long as we're not putting any of the ones that they know are connected to this house.
Very well. We can discuss that later. Because, for now, I don't know if everyone is aware. But we do have a plan for tonight. In about 30 minutes, there is a meeting. An arranged meeting between Tibbles and a group of knights that offered her help in these trying times. She posted a request on a public board, basically hiring an assassin / bodyguard / someone who would have her back and who would do what's necessary to protect her. So, I created an anonymous note, a fake one, that I would meet her today in Bashira's tavern. Apparently, she's bringing her own guards. She must be onto us, but it doesn't matter. I intend to go there alone. I'll be in the tavern, while the rest of you will be waiting as a backup. And if things go south, I hope I can rely on you. All of you.
Of course. It did sound like a significant force.
Indeed. I have no idea how many of them she will bring, if there even will be any fighters or potential enemies or allies. But I only want to talk to her, and I think there is nothing wrong with that. I go to the tavern every day, so might as well do it today too.
Well, you've been looking for her for days to speak to her. She hasn't created the opportunity. This seems more than plausible to me.
Indeed. And after all, we meet all the requirements she mentioned in her original request for aid. We have claimed to be a military group, a protective force that will deal with the pests of these lands. And we've been doing so every day. Hunting the vampires, hunting the demons, making sure that the people are protected from the Witcher's threat. So, let's do just that. And see if she actually comes for his meeting. Grab your weapons. Make sure you are ready. The meeting is in about 25 minutes. I think it will take us about 8 minutes to get there.
Has anyone been outside? Know what kind of daylight we're contending with?
Not recently. But we should also feed before we go.
Good point.
Oh, yes, of course.
Darcy, it's good to see you.
Good to
Minor,
see you.
darling, is that your snake?
Okay.
Is that you, Laszlo?
Which outside?
I'm going to scout elsewhere.
Are you sure?
Yes.
This could be your opportunity to gather some blood.
Mine is out back, but if you necessarily...
I'm sure the rest of you will be capable of getting a couple of vials from this rat.
Very well. Stay safe out there.
Good luck.
Thank you. That is a nice sword.
I just want you to know that it was trained. No.
Try not to perish. I'll be ashamed.
Do not worry. I have no intention to do anything like that.
Master Damien, may I bother you for a moment?
Of course.
Since I had to drop my keys for Master Armand in the past few days multiple times, may I bother you with an extra keyring so I might be able to give out some keys again?
Of course. The server is laggy. Thing is going down
Oh
again.
my.
Things are rather slow today.
Sorry, Armand.
It feels almost like we might need to take another nap.
I believe we're fine now. Alright.
Just need to stay out of the drink, I think. I mean, what?
Actually, I need to get into the drink.
Indeed. Let's go. A small hunting party to the camp of Cimmerians.
Before we go, does everyone have everything they're going to need for this little trip?
Remember to gather some extra patch kits for your hoods, especially if you're wearing some rather fragile ones. There should be some spare ones in the cupboard.
Oh boy. Any weapon repair kits I could use? Yeah.
Also in the cupboard. After having a little sleep, it might be a little hard opening the eyes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lord Ren, is there anything that you need me to do? I had a few tasks that Mistress Athena has already passed. Anything in specific you need?
Madame Isabel, good to see you.
Likewise, young man. I trust everything is well.
Indeed, we are currently heading over for a small hunting mission to get some blood so that we are ready for the meeting. A meeting I have arranged with Tibbles in the tavern of Bashira. If you wish to join us, you may do so, but expect a potential conflict. Hello, Jess. Oh, it's good.
Perhaps somebody could finally tell her to stop sending assassins over.
If you need some armor, there's a few pieces crafted in the crescent style.
Yes, I think it is probably best if I stay behind.
I figured as much.
Just be careful that pain in the ass vampire is still out there as well.
That is true, and he might come here while the rest of us are outside. So be very careful and make sure the guards are ready to defend our home, if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, Jess.
Is there the armor stand with the general armor for going out somewhere? I know it wasn't a council room.
It's in the workshop just to the right.
Ah, thank you.
Just remember, family safety over anything else.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
Don't be
That
sorry.
will never change. I have no intention to fight tonight. Just to talk to her. Everyone ready? And let's go.
Yes.
Drop a couple.
Oh boy.
I think it might be the best that I will lead the backup team if you're going to go in.
Of course. I trust you. You will know if I need you. But now, let us quench our thirst and head over there. I do not want to be late.
Alright, Mistress Amaya, let's give it the best.
Alright, 15 minutes. Wanted to be there a bit ahead of time, but don't think we'll be able to manage that. At any rate, we do need to get some blood, that's for sure. Alright.
All of you get what you need. I will hold guard.
Welcome back, and I do believe we are fully sated. Awesome. Very well. Everyone ready?
Of course, I take it this is all.
A decent group. I expected more, but hopefully it is not necessary. Shall we?
Of course.
Was Natalia coming with us?
Uncertain.
I do believe this is her. What is the Darcy?
Wow.
Listen, everyone has what's on.
Natalia's
That's your sister. Even I could.
I was looking at her heels.
Brother.
I was making a joke, come on. Alright, let's go. Lead the way, brother. Frostbridge, right? Frozen, not frost. Yes.
Pretty sure he should be leading.
Once we get closer, my brother should go first. We won't want to be seen with him.
Indeed.
We could also split up. One group coming from the Highland side, the other one from the bridge side.
Good point. We can scout the area. And see if there are others waiting to ambush us.
Or if we stay at the Frost Bridge, and if you get in trouble, just run back to the Frost Bridge. And at least we're all together.
If they let me.
Just make sure not to let your exits get cut off. You should be able to, hopefully.
Minutes. I got this. Where are you taking us, Dark? Oh, a little climb. I see how it is.
Taking the scenic route.
I am just following my brother. A mistake, I know. But he needs to learn. Vampires can afford to be fashionable late, that is true.
Holy. Brother, you know how to get there from here, right?
I do believe so. Yes, I do
Literally
believe
just
so.
have to follow the river and You should reach there. We should split off for now. What are we deciding? We're coming from the bridge side, did I hear that?
Up multiple sides.
Right.
Don't be too far. I might need you. But hopefully I don't.
There should be more than enough spots for us to sit up high on, so they will not be able to spot us, whilst we should have a clear view on the tavern.
Very well. If you see anyone, even a big group, don't try to confront them alone. Even if I fall, and if they take me with them, make sure you only try to rescue me if you see any chance to actually win. The survival of our bloodlines. The survival of our bloodlines is imperative, even if it costs me my life. Keep that in mind.
Let's go. Be safe, brother.
You too. Right, let's get there. Alright, we still have time. These rocks would definitely be perfect as a hiding spot. There she is.
Hello.
Greetings, Bashira. It is me, Damien.
I had a feeling you might be coming by.
Did you?
Yeah.
How is that? Did my reputation precede me yet again?
Possibly, considering how you knew it. We had some people come by yesterday saying that their friend, Miss Tibbles, had received a letter from somebody claiming to have been by here multiple times in the past.
Indeed. That person was me, of course.
Yes,
As
it
you
didn't
have-
take too much to put together.
Indeed. I did want to make it vague, but also quite obvious. As of course we have previously discussed, I wanted to make sure that Tibbles knows that we mean her no harm. And I only want to talk to her. Unfortunately, I cannot quite do so in town.
Whoops! Sorry, there was a fly.
Of course, stretching is quite important. And you do have a mean right hook.
Thank you. Let's see, I do think this could possibly be one of the better solutions.
I was inspired by your way of dealing with miscommunication. And that is why I chose your tavern, because you actually gave me this idea. Perhaps through words, through a peaceful dialogue, we can come up with a reasonable solution to our dispute.
Well, I am very happy to hear that. I do want to make clear before the meeting, not that I expect trouble from you. There is to be no fighting in the tavern. In fact, I'm fixing in a few moments to post that as a rule on the board. And any fighting anyone who draws weapons, unless it's will be promptly thrown over the railing.
I swear.
If there is fighting, oh, pardon, let me finish real quick. If there is any fighting, those that don't participate in the fighting are more than welcome to stay, as long as they wish.
I am counting on it.
All right. There's Miss Armia, as thoughtful as ever. I had forgotten to put up lanterns.
Hello, Giddy.
Oh, I had those in my pocket. I thought that'd be useful.
Greetings.
Thank you.
RP's been awesome. Thank you. Hope you're doing well too. I would just like to say that I do appreciate these terms, and I will respect them to the best of my abilities. I have no intention to fight in your tavern or to cause any harm or destruction to its owner.
I do appreciate you saying that, but
John is doing fine.
as I said, I don't expect trouble from you. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit concerned about some of the company that will be coming today. I was told... well, I wasn't able to meet with some of the people that will be coming to try and make sure that they're aware of it, and that they will help enforce this rule.
They can read the rules before they come in. It's simple.
Yes, but you know how hot-headed some mortals can get.
That is true. Be that as it may, there is one thing you will learn about me. It is that I always follow the rules. I do find them quite binding. They may not be who I am, but I decided to dedicate my life to a few key principles that I try to follow as best as I can. For example, to protect and respect my family, to follow the laws of our household, and to, of course, try my best to help out whenever I can to those that are in need. Bullshit.
Indeed.
Well, thank you for clarifying that.
You have my word, and that word means something. I will not fight in your tavern, nor will I try to antagonize any kind of conflict in there. All I want to do is to simply talk to her and learn why did she decide to besmirch her name, to send assassins against us. And if there is anything we can do to perhaps challenge those prejudices peacefully.
Well, I don't know the truth of the matter, seeing as most of this is, at least what I've gathered so far, is he said, she said. But I can tell you now that according to Miss Tibbles, she wasn't the one that was spreading rumors.
Well, in that case, she must know the one who does, and I would like to know their name, so that I can have another peaceful dialogue with them. I'll get to the bottom of this.
And I should also like to say, you're most welcome to use the tavern for these sort of meetings anytime, but it may be to your benefit to give us some advance notice. That way we can get more prepared in advance.
I agree, and I apologize. I do not like surprises, and I threw this curveball your way. It was quite rude of me, and it will not happen again.
Alright. Apology accepted then. Well, I should get in there and make those last minute preparations.
I will help you.
Alright. Let's see.
What do you people like to drink? So that we can make sure we have some on hand.
Cold water will do just fine, thank you.
Just water. Okay. No worries. That we got.
I know, I only have one goal.
Need help with anything?
Right now the main things that I'm doing are posting some,
Greetings.
well, posting those things that I've written.
Hello there.
If you could maybe get some cheese on board, that might be helpful. And I also have some serving trays and bowls and such. in one of the boxes under the counter there.
Cheese and bread.
What's the population of weavers at EU-friendly
Oh,
times?
shit.
I would say around 40 to
I already took it up.
60
Thank
people,
goodness.
no doubt. The population is very nice.
Also, hello.
Hello.
Very cute.
Welcome to the Cat and Tails Tavern.
Yeah, it's the first or second week of the
Hey, it's a
season,
lovely place.
and it is
Thank you. I'm
quite
fairly certain
populated.
you're here for Miss Tibbles' meeting, correct?
Hey.
Alright. Well, I'm just getting together some last-minute preparations, but be sure to let me know if there's anything I can help with.
I actually came over because I couldn't find her in town, so I thought she already left.
Ah.
Okay. Is the cheese and bread already made?
One more time.
I was speaking with Bashira.
Oh. Never mind.
That's okay.
Not quite. Give me a moment. Let me look through my pocket.
Tempted to be to go if Boundless doesn't work out for my sleep schedule. Boundless is quite populated too these days. I think that both servers are, I would say,
This might help.
same in terms of population. But yeah, you can even have like a character on both, you know, and maybe if you have like an EU-centric group on one server, and then, you know, you want to hang out with someone on NA times when they go to bed, you can hop in to the different server. That's actually what a lot of people do these days.
If you could also make sure to prepare more barrel stools, just in case, that would also be really helpful.
Oh, very nice. I actually expected you to be with Saber and Armor. Giddy. Kind of surprised that you're not on Weavers already. But I hope you're enjoying Boundless. I played there for a bit before Weavers. Yeah. Throws a javelin at John and rides away. How dare you, sir? Use a proper weapon.
Find a
Javelins in
serving
Conan are so
stand,
sad.
but not a serving
It's such a
tray.
shame. Javelins are such a cool
See if
weapon.
I can find
I wish
one
they would have
over
been
here.
a bit more viable
No, I wouldn't
as an
worry too
actual
much
weapon.
about that.
I know that there are certain strategies, and on official
Can I
PvP
get you
servers,
anything to drink, sir?
they actually use them quite a lot, but I
Both
never
now,
understood why.
thanks.
Okay. And we have your preference.
Thank you. Yeah, the javelins are great on vanilla for some reason. It's even naturally poisoned ones. Oh, very nice.
There you go.
Thank you. I don't see anything. Thanks for nothing, jerk. Guess I'm gonna be thirsty today. Yeah, AOC kind of shits on a lot of vanilla weapons. Well, we do have one person who decided to stop by. That's very nice of them. 5 minutes late. She basically laughs at one-handed spears and jabs. Yeah. You know what the best one-handed spear is? The one in Lotus. It's so much fun. And it's actually pretty decent. Especially with a shield. What is your name?
Mine.
Yes.
Valkus Fleetfoot.
Vakas. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Damien. How
Pleasure
well
to
do you
meet you as
know?
well.
How well do you know Tibbles?
Oh, I live next to the town where she lives. So I come by there frequently.
I see. She seems to be late.
right or late?
Late.
Hey, like I said, I couldn't find her in town, so I thought she already left.
Maybe she's not coming. But at least I have you to keep me company. Why don't you sit next to me? Tell me about your day. I think I saw you in town riding a wolf. Is that your preferred
Hey.
mount?
Hey, that would be Rune.
It is a beautiful creature. Speak
Hey,
of the
she's-
devil.
Wait, where? Oh no. That should probably
Figuratively.
not be joked around when there's demons around and shit.
Hello, Valkos.
Hey, it's the Varus.
It's
How
the
are
cleric.
you?
That is
Hey, you
cleric.
doing alright? Just woke up a couple of, well, half an hour ago or something.
Oh, well, good morning.
Hey, thank you.
And hello to you too, sir.
Greetings.
As he said, I am Eshtavaris.
Pleasure to meet you. What brings you here?
A tavern. A very interesting looking one at that.
We'll sit down and order a drink.
Are you the proprietor?
No, I'm her friend. And a client.
Ah, I see. Well. If they are not here to serve the drink, then I'm not certain how I shall procure one, so I will have to wait, I suppose.
Miss Bashira. Indeed, she seems to be busy. But she wasn't...
Oh, sorry, I was just writing. What was that?
And there she is.
Hello.
Ah, hello.
Nice to meet. I'm Bashira.
Pleasure. Eshtavaris. Pleasure.
Eshtavars. I'll do my best to remember that name. And like
Perhaps Varus would be easier to remember.
Understood. Also, hello, Miss Tibbles. Hello.
Hello, Paragon.
Have they
What,
arrived yet? Do you know?
Indeed, they have.
Well, time to go. I don't want anything to do with you.
What?
Not you, him.
Miss Tibbles?
Oh, I'm so glad we had a conversation with Bashira, because now she will go after her, and she will try to convince her and make her look like a bad guy. And we can just sit here and drink our non-existent water.
Did they lie?
Yeah?
Tastes delicious.
How so?
I love it when a plan comes together.
I don't know what order they have, but it's definitely not an order. I have proof from many people that they are not what they are.
What did they say they were other than knights?
Right?
They've never introduced themselves as knights to me,
Neither to me. That doesn't mean they're not.
but they're also vampires.
Oh, are we?
Do you refuse to meet with vampires then?
Not
What's wrong with vampires? They're basically like mosquitoes.
And the fact that you're, accommodating to the vampires, it's kind of concerning.
I don't take sides on this sort of thing. I don't really care much what one is, generally. But I can guarantee your safety in here. Well, to the best of my abilities. And you do have lots of companions.
Just have one question for him.
Alright.
What the heck do you want? What is it you want? I keep hearing that you are looking for me in the town. What is it you want?
Greetings. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Damien.
I
I am the one who tried to acquire your services as a courier in town. Do you remember that day?
No, you asked, or rather, Madame asked, for a cow and other animals. You wanted to take the cow without any care as to the owner or to the animal themselves. For your meat pie business or her meat pie business.
If you have any
And when I
issues,
asked you to stop,
if you have any issues with Madame Isabel and her way of expressing an interest of buying a cow, and her frustration on that day of not being able to buy it properly from the owner, then please do take it with her. I am not Miss Isabel. I am simply here to represent my own self, not her.
I know
I-
for a fact that you are what you are. And the fact that you were that you had no sense of personal space, even though I asked you to stop doing it, you still did it. And the fact that you were talking all creepy. And the fact that you literally look like one.
Go on. Continue, please. Tell me everything that's on your heart. I am here to listen.
I just want to know what you want from me, so I can move on and do my freaking job.
Miss Bashira, you know what I want. I told you. She doesn't seem to be interested in whatever I have to say. Please, do share with her while I'm here.
Well, they wish to have a meeting with you to clear up any possible misunderstandings, as it is their understanding that you seem to have been spreading malicious rumors about them. And this is not what I'm saying has or has not happened, but there have been malicious rumors going about their group, and it has caused them some harm, by the sounds of it, some trouble. And they wish to make it known that they do not wish you any harm. That would hardly do them any good, certainly. So I do believe them. And if you are not the one spreading the rumors, and I'm not saying anything has or has not happened, then they would like to know who might have been so they can speak with them and try and get that misunderstanding cleared up, so as to cause their house less trouble. The ones who came up with the assumption first, after what I had told them, were the Witchers. From what they said, I agreed with it. But it was only said as assumed vampires at the time. Until last night when Jameson went to your house and attacked 2 of your people. He told me himself that he tried to rip their fangs from their mouth to show us proof of what you were.
So let me get this straight. You suspect me of vampirism. You suspect me of this foul play. Yet, at the same time, you deal with a known vampire that has been sucking the blood out of the citizens of Cliffwatch.
No,
The one that has
that is
attacked my family
incorrect.
yesterday.
That is incorrect. You did not listen to what I said.
I listened quite well. I'm just trying to understand. Now, I offered you my
I
concerns.
did not make a deal.
Feel free to address them. The floor is yours.
I did not make. Are you done?
When I said the floor is yours, that implies that I am done.
I did not make a deal with anyone. Not Jameson, not the Witchers, not anyone. I don't want anything to do with your household. After that interaction I had with you, I felt threatened. I put it in a report, and I told those who I trusted how I felt in my interaction with you. Just because my interaction went the way it did with you guys
doesn't mean that anyone else's interaction with you is the true interaction. Is that clear?
May I approach you?
No.
Very well. Let me at least change the angle, so that I, at the very least, attempt an eye contact without staring at the candle. Now, I trust you. Your concerns, your feelings are valid. And if I made you feel that way, I sincerely apologize on behalf of my other family members. Nevertheless, if I made you feel like this, I would prefer if all these assumptions were directed at me and not on my other family members, like Natalia. You may have met her when she was attacked by demons, this vampire friend of yours, and of course the Witchers, who have been harassing us ever since we first appeared in the city of Cliffwatch, which we consider to be quite a peaceful place to just stop by, shop, and talk to the lovely residents of that place. Same thing we tried with your business. You may not know this about us, but we do like to support small businesses. And we thought that your career shop could benefit from our business. We even paid you for your services. If that price wasn't good enough, you could have told us. We would have increased our fee. If
you didn't pay me for
our
anything.
manners were not suitable for your business, you could have told us. Unfortunately, I felt very much threatened in your business too, when you allowed the Witchers to put their disgusting hands on my forehead and try to measure my temperature. I thought I was safe in your business, but apparently I was considered a dangerous suspect. And I'm just trying to understand why. Because I haven't done a single nefarious thing, apart from being so-called creepy, apart from wearing clothes of certain color, apart from being associated with my family members, who have done exactly zero to harm or threaten anyone. All that we have tried as a family, ever since we entered these lands, was to hunt down this vampire who has been threatening the citizens of Cliffwatch. We have also battled the demon every single day. Now tell me, what else do we need to do to prove that we are no threat?
Okay, first off, you're gaslighting me because you never once paid me for my services, and the only service that I was actually paid for was to write a letter that your madame couldn't write her stinking self. Okay? Second off, I am not the owner of your body. You said yourself to Ayla, who wanted to check your temperature, that you did not want her to touch you, and she did not. Your perception is warped. What is wrong with you?
If my
You
perception
were
is
trying to
warped,
gaslight me to think that otherwise happened, and it didn't. I'm done with this conversation if you're going to continue to deny what happened that day.
Moment. It might... I do have a suggestion, since I think I see where the conversation is going. I would like to say before anyone responds that it might be good to take a moment to calm yourselves. As emotions... Well, it seems like this has been a little bit harrowing for both sides. But...
thank you, Bashira, for these words of wisdom, and I do apologize for perhaps getting a bit too passionate. It is in
No
my
need to
nature.
apologize.
After all, I was just accused of being a vampire, and I do believe that our so-called kind has certain tendencies to act perhaps a bit rashly when confronted with rumors, lies, and all sorts of other nasty things. Can you really blame me for acting the way I was created, the way I was meant to be.
I don't really blame or judge either side.
Thank
But
you.
to my suggestion, I don't think there's any way that Tibbles is ever going to feel, well, threatened in your presence. I think the best suggestion or resolution, might be for
Restraining order.
agree to stay away from Miss Tibbles. And Miss Tibbles, if you trust this agreement and agree to it, might agree to make it known that Damien and his house have agreed to stay away from you and will not bother you.
Thank you, Miss
And if
Bashir.
they ever break this agreement, feel free to make it known to the world.
He
That
is
is-
lying.
That is all we ever wanted.
I have never
To
lied.
be safe, to not feel threatened every time we visit Cliffwatch, and to stop the besmirching of our good name that we tried so hard. We worked for our reputation, and it was destroyed, just like that. I hope you're happy, young lady.
You were lying. You made a comment as the sun was coming up that you had to go. And you were all gone by the time the sun was gone. And the fact that all of you were always covered.
I knew
Well,
that
almost all of you, apparently.
I knew that one day this terrible, terrible secret of mine would come to light. I was hoping to hide it, but unfortunately I do have something I need to share with you. For I cannot hide it anymore. I am a ginger, and I am very sensitive to the sun. You see, our kind has a very pale skin, and we need to be very careful. We get sunburned easily, and sun makes us irritated.
Does he honestly
And
think
also, when people make fun of us for the color of our hair
this is
and our
honestly-
pale skin,
this is a waste of
we
time?
really do not appreciate
He
it.
is gaslighting. I have never lied. He is the one who's lying. He's trying to cover his tracks so that the heat is off of
Good.
them.
You
This is
could
honestly
settle.
a waste of time.
You could settle for your own safety and attempt to resolve the issue regardless of who believes what about either person.
I just
They
want to
would
be
leave you
left
alone.
alone by them. So if they agree
Well-
to that, that's fine.
Alright, that sounds like we have a resolution then. Neither party has to like the other.
This is honestly just a. Do you agree, Mr. Damien?
I would want nothing more.
Good. We're done here. Have a nice day.
Thank you for
Travel
coming,
safely.
Miss Kibbles. Please.
Do you
Safe
have
travels
a
back
whiskey?
home.
I need a whiskey. After that.
What kind?
We have
I have honey whiskey
Honey whiskey. What would it cost me?
on the house today.
Mr. Varus, thank you for accompanying her here to this meeting. I understand that the situation got a bit heated, and for that I do apologize. But I genuinely appreciate that you
all in
made
the boxes over here.
your way
That's
over
right.
here.
I was simply here to make sure that nobody
Yeah.
was murdered.
That was never my
Did you grab
intention,
it for-
but I understand,
No, I did not.
and I thank you again.
Yes,
Pleasure.
thank you for coming. I do appreciate you speaking up at the end, as I don't think Miss Tibbles was going to listen to me anymore.
There can be any number of arguing. In the end, if there is a solution, why not take it?
Agreed.
There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Lady Bashira, I have no words. The only thing I can think of is gratitude. You handled yourself so well as a moderator. I couldn't have done this without you. You may now know this about me, but I do get anxiety in these tense situations. But knowing that you were there to calm the situation down, to make sure that the discussion was headed the right direction, gave me the confidence to stand my ground and to of course express what is truly on my heart. and I thank you.
Yeah, I am happy to have helped then. I will tell you, I am not really a mediator, as could probably be seen throughout this. So I think the next time you're needing a meeting like this, it might behoove you to hire, or, well, otherwise acquire the services of a real mediator, one that's much better than I am.
I couldn't think of a better person. But if that is your wish, I will consider other options. Nevertheless.
Oh, I am always willing to try to help, but as I said, there are others that could do much better than me.
Very well. I will let others, my other family members, know of what you have done for us today. Or at least, what you tried. You were fair, and all you wanted was to make sure that a peaceful resolution would be found. And for that, you will have my gratitude. If there is anything I can do for you in return, I will forever be in your debt.
I will keep that in mind. In the meantime, though, you should probably keep an ear out and see if this has actually worked.
We can only hope.
Indeed.
But at least we tried.
Okay, let's see. I feel like there are a few points that should be made, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I would just say do be careful out there.
I will. Careful is my middle name.
Damien, careful? Understood, I will remember that.
Thank you. I will be on my way, for I do not believe there is anything more to be gained.
Understood. Do travel safely and don't get
Hello,
yourself
Mincy.
killed out there. It would be very bad luck.
Indeed. I appreciate the warning. Thank you for serving us, for as long as the meeting lasted. I will make sure that my other family members arrive and pay you for your services today. Unfortunately, I do not carry a lot of gold on me. I expect it to be captured and brought back into their place, where I will be tortured, or perhaps even killed, for being a ginger. I understand that they hate our kind. They even consider us abominations. But we will not be afraid, and we will not be hiding in our closets forever. At some point, we do have to speak up.
Yes, I do hear that gingers are rather like the black cats of the mortal realm.
They can think whatever they want. We will not challenge their prejudices. If that is their perception, it is valid. There is nothing we can do. All that we can do is to let our actions speak for us. That is what we've been doing this entire time. Hopefully, they will start listening at some point.
One always has to be careful of perception, though. After all, the truth is only based off of one's perspective.
Indeed. Perception is reality.
Is another thing, I should warn you. Also, I might advise against... Well, not advise against, but one thing to keep in mind is, especially after today, others might perceive me as being biased, so they might not see me as a impartial mediator.
You are correct.
That is why I don't think Tibbles would have listened to me if I had spoken up at the end. I think she thought I was partial to your house.
Do what you must. Insult us. Tell them that you are not on our side at all. Tell them what they want to hear. Tell them that you would never side with filthy vampires.
I've told... I will admit that your order does come off as somewhat sketchy. I'll admit that to anyone, but I don't know anything.
We understand, and we would love to invite you to our home at some point to show you that there is nothing to fear. We're just normal people, keeping to ourselves, living in the mountains where sun shines very rarely, to protect our very delicate complexion.
Understood. What would be... Well, I must admit I am curious. It isn't my nature.
Just remember, curiosity killed a cat. I am kidding, of
I
course.
do try to be careful, though.
Once you are ready, once you are done with your tavern, and when you have free time, do let us know, and we will gladly show you around. And perhaps you can let others know that there is nothing insidious in that little manor of ours.
Understood. Well, you did say that you were leaving some time ago, and I believe I've kept you past that time.
I was honored
I will say...
to linger a bit longer.
I'm happy to hear that.
But I should be on my way. My family will probably be afraid if I don't return shortly.
Understood.
Farewell, and thank you again for everything. Both of you.
Indeed.
You are welcome. And as I said earlier, don't get yourself killed on the way home.
Travel safe.
If only they knew. Well, I think that went well. Got exactly
Bread and cheese, I
what we wanted from this. Oh, we played her like a fiddle.
That stuff is probably best not to leave out unless there are customers requesting it.
I hope you guys enjoyed that conversation. And props to freaking Russian for playing her character so well. Like, she played that role so perfectly. You know, like a terrified, righteous little rat surrounded by white knights. Just trying, you know, to be heard. Trying her best to point out the obvious evil that is ahead of her. And we twisting and turning everything against her. Always one step ahead of her.
What's the name, gentlemen? A man in red cloak spotted us well after Tibbles left with 2 riders. And your brother seemed it fit to run after him.
I see. Well, hopefully he's not gonna
Christoph
get
is
himself killed.
accompanying him.
That is good. Oh, it was amazing. Thank you so much, Corporal. You were the MVP of that situation. I am so glad that you were there. You played it so well. And I am so sorry for being such a sleazy evil vampire. But it was so much fun playing that role. And I hope you enjoyed that situation. And I'm so sorry for throwing this on you on such a short notice, but you were amazing. Yes, that is Bashira. Guys, send her your hearts. Send her your appreciations because she deserves it. Queen Bashira, indeed. Darcy.
Damien?
How is the situation?
There was a man walking around. Draven has gone off after him.
Yeah, I believe Draven had apparently getting his life story. It sounded really boring, so I left.
I see.
Oh.
So he's safe.
Yes.
Very well.
It was one person, no others came up.
That is
Did
good.
Natalia stick with them or break off?
Sorry.
Oh, I was asking if Natalia stayed with him or did she go somewhere else?
Stayed with him.
In that case, do we want to head back to the manor? See if everything is alright?
We might as well, but I would like to wait for Draven first. Does he know
Of
that we are
course.
meeting here? Awesome.
Well, we didn't know.
Thank you so much for showing up,
His first
and
instinct
thank
was
you
to
again for
return to the
everything.
point where
It was
he started
amazing RP
chasing.
from you and your lovely tavern. Enjoy the RP.
Guess we'll find out.
At any rate, the meeting went well. I will of course fill you in on all the details once we are back home. Apart from Tibbles, I only met two. One, Varus. I do not know where he comes from, but he seemed to be quite fond of her. And
Varus?
yes, he sounded very important. He had certain gravitas about him, but there is not much else I learned about him. And there was also another one, a little elf of sort. I saw him riding a wolf before. Looks like a little rogue or an assassin. Probably
That is
her
Fleetfoot.
friend. Yes, Fleetfoot, that is the one.
And Varus is one of the Queen of Aramore's advisors.
I see. So, she's with Aramore. At least we know she's not with the Witchers.
So a queen's advisor took time off
A
to follow
rider.
him out.
White horse.
Only a single rider. Over there, movement.
I think it's them returning.
Oh good, not to be irritable, but I'm baking.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let's
So we've
find a
gone.
shade. Watch out, it's quite a steep fall. Draven.
No, considering you're still alive, I take it went well.
Yes, it went perfectly fine. Come, let's head back home unless we have any further people we want to meet.
No, I have none.
Very well. I heard you were making friends. How did that go?
I was just trying to see if this man was a spy. Flimsy at best if it might be or not. Definitely did spot us though.
I do have a question.
What was that?
I do have a question for allowance, so to say, if I may bring it forth. Since we can highly suspect that this Varus was indeed the Queen's advisor,
Accurately,
I would like
it's been
to
awesome so far.
go over to the kingdom of Aramor rather sooner than later as the Hound to inquire if the rumor mill will spin as quick as I suspected.
Very well, that is a good idea. Make sure you are properly disguised. I will make sure that someone writes down whatever I will tell them, so that you can also be filled in on the details.
Of course.
Yeah, it's been awesome, Lindsay. We definitely lucked out. And I'm glad to hear that you're having a good time too. I have very little knowledge of you know, how it's going with the Witchers, but I can only imagine that you guys have plenty of things to do and plenty of interesting characters to RP with, which is awesome. And of course, at some point, you know, we are going to square up, and it's gonna be glorious and epic, and I cannot wait. But you know us, you know, we are not going to, like, you know, second day be like, ah, we're the good guys, you're the bad guys, let's fight and let's finish this once and for all on day 2. Your character ain't around? Oh, sorry to hear that. No more unsolicited temperature measuring. How dare you? I was hoping for more. Kinda taken, bruh. But yeah, Russian's character, you know, the little rat, as we call her, she's been amazing for us as a delivery of our evilness. But yeah, I want to make sure that we don't overstay our welcome, so we'll probably go a bit easier on her and focus on the rest now. Because we do have a lot of work to do. After all, we have a very important mission to take care of here. Just so you guys know, that ginger joke that I made, I didn't have that prepared at all. I just thought of it on the spot, and I'm so glad because it was so fitting. Like, it was such a perfect explanation of why, you know, we don't like sun at all, and why we're wearing hoods all the time. Oh my god, I'm so glad I thought of that. Because it makes sense for our group. And I'm also glad that I decided to go there alone, because if, you know, we had other, like, blonde vampires over there, they could challenge that particular comment a bit. But this way, I think we have proven without a shadow of a doubt that we're just innocent and friendly.
Just a moment. Madame Isabel is changing.
It is okay. She's done it.
Albino. Yes, that's perfect, actually. Greetings.
How did it go?
It went really well. Please join us in the council room. I believe we have plenty to discuss.
All right.
Is everyone still alive?
I have sleeping issues.
Yes, so far.
Yes, no casualties. Everything went well, as I promised. Okay, can we actually find a better angle? No. Well, this is going to have to do. Is everyone here?
I think so. Question.
Very well. Let me start then. Tonight, we decided to proceed with our plan to meet Tibbles over at Bashira's Tavern. Unfortunately, or perhaps what was to be expected, she immediately realized it was me who posted that letter, that offer of providing her with support. So, it came to our attention that she was about to bring quite a sizable protective detail, bodyguards. That is why I decided to go there alone, to perhaps diminish her credibility even further, to show her that there was nothing to be afraid of. But just in case, I requested the presence of others, to have my back in case she decided to perhaps become a bit too aggressive. We decided to went there, and I went there alone. Others were watching from safe distance. When I arrived, I informed Bashira, the owner of the tavern, the cat, of my intentions. The most honorable and peaceful intentions. I did let her know that I only wanted one thing: to learn why our name is being besmirched every day. Why are we being hunted? Why is this happening? What did we do wrong? Because in the end, we haven't committed any crimes. And to wear dark clothes and to sound creepy, well, if that is enough for them to deduce that we are vampires, then perhaps we would like to challenge this prejudice on their part. And that is why I was there, and why I requested this little awkward audience with her. Bashira was more than willing to accommodate this encounter, even though she would prefer if we alerted her in advance next time. I agreed, and I apologized for my boldness. It was quite rude of me, and it will never happen again. She accepted my apology, and we proceeded with the meeting. 2 other people showed up, accompanying Tibbles. One of them was Fleetfoot, a little elf riding a wolf. The other one was Varus. He didn't exactly mention this, but I learned this from our pup, that he's from Armor, the advisor of the Queen. So a very important and an influential person. Apparently, Tibbles might be close with them. When she saw me, she acted like she didn't expect me to be there at all. She immediately tried to derail this attempt of mine, to basically run away. But fortunately, Bashira was on our side this entire time. She doesn't want to be known as a sympathizer of us, and I do respect that, but she tried to be fair, she tried to be reasonable, and she absolutely fell for this little scheme of mine. I tried to play a victim, I tried to be sympathetic, and I tried to make Tibbles look as an unfair, racist bigot. And in the end, that is exactly what she was and what she came across. Unfair, vengeful, lying, evil little rat, causing this destruction of our reputation, sending assassins our way. And I tried to confront her with these concerns of mine, and she was acting like a child pushed into a corner, calling me unfair, calling me that I'm gaslighting. And in the end, everyone in that room, including her companions, could see how unstable and how overreacting she was, and that she couldn't be trusted a single word. We managed to get her exactly where we wanted, to discredit her, and to make her afraid and angry. Eventually, we agreed that we would stop harassing her, and she agreed that she would stop spreading rumors about us. In a way, there wasn't any kind of verbal agreement or written agreement, but that is what the consensus was. Bashira tried her best to mediate the discussion, to make sure that the tensions weren't too high, but in the end it turned into a shouting match. But after she insisted, kept insisting, that our group are nothing but evil vampires, and that she once witnessed us hiding ourselves from the sun. I did inform her that, in fact, I am nothing but an innocent ginger, and I do need to take good care of my delicate complexion. And I apologize to her for my anxiety about my red hair, and that perhaps the reason why I was so angry and so tense was because of who I am. Hello, Kyland. And after that, well, she basically ran off like a screaming little girl. Bashira warned me that they will not like this outcome, and they will come after us. They will hunt us down and attack us, especially me. But that would happen regardless. They are already convinced that we are vampires. But I am not prepared to simply give in. I am prepared, in fact, to challenge their lack of evidence and to fight this oppressive nature, this unfair treatment of minorities. For as long as we can.
And if they come here to deal with us, then fill out a lot of pain and just accept it as defending our home.
Exactly. And that is why I also invited Bashira. Once she's ready, once she's done decorating and preparing her tavern, to come visit us, to show her that we are nothing but peaceful and perhaps a bit secretive territorial group. She proved herself to be quite valuable to our cause, and I think that if we prepare her an organized, guided little showcase of our household, that it will even further reinforce that we have nothing to hide and that we are no threat to these people. We are just here to battle the demons, to hunt this renegade vampire, and to protect everyone who's not powerful enough to protect themselves. She called me stinky for sure.
Precisely.
Well done, brother. We should pay this cat enough coin to keep her on their leash. She's quite valuable, it seems.
I believe she deserves a care package, no doubt.
Out of curiosity, did anyone, you, brother, or anyone else see who accompanied her? The Tibbles I did not see.
Varus and Fleetfoot. They were the only ones. I then saw the person who just... well, they just passed by. They had like red, a hood or something. But I didn't get a chance to speak to them. You saw a few of her party too, right?
Yes, but I wasn't sure if I saw everyone. Me and Natalia actually chased down another man. Yuda, I believe? I'm not sure if I pronounced his name right. He seems to be a man. Yudai, thank you.
Yudai?
He seems to be a man from the Far East, and that was quite honestly all I could glean, really. I tried to catch him in a lie, but he could have spied on us, he could have reported to anyone. They might have had the same large group, if you will, hiding somewhere else, in case something went wrong. But it's hard to tell.
What a stubborn woman she is, that one.
Indeed, but I do believe we got exactly what we needed from her, and we can let her be for now. It would be foolish of us to proceed with this matter any further. Let us do exactly what she wanted.
I'm going to need a new courier.
Exactly.
Is that the only one in town?
Maybe we could open our own courier service and compete with her.
Why not put up a bulletin asking for a second service, saying that the current offering is just unacceptable?
I'd rather like that than having our own. Sounds like too much hassle.
Just keep in mind, if we continue threatening her or harassing her, even indirectly, it could harm us in the long run. So I would prefer if we simply stay out of her way for now, until we notice that she's been up to more rumor spreading.
Well, she could have told me she was afraid and not accepted the service. But here we are. Sounds like you had quite an exciting day.
I don't think being direct is her way. I believe being sly and doing things behind people's back is her way, which maybe we should do the same with her. Let her think she's safe, everything's fine. And then when she eventually goes missing and turns up in pieces, it has nothing to do with us.
Exactly. Let her think she's safe for now.
Whilst we await this moment, what are our other matters going to be? Are we focusing on this renegade, or are we focusing on witches? Or are we just focusing on gathering blood?
I need to know more about this renegade. I don't believe I've been updated enough.
Natalia, do you wish to tell what you've experienced late last night?
Of course. Last night I was out and about. I went down to the local village to feed, come home. Apparently, this Jameson had shown up, jumped the back wall where Aslan was demanding to know if this was where Athena and Amia lived, if this was where the group of vampires that wanted to kill him lived. Aslan told him to leave the yard. That wasn't exactly a good way to start a conversation. One of the archers shot the guy. He jumped back over the wall. Aslan followed. Again, the guy demanded to know if this is where Athena and Amia lived. Aslan said, well, first introduce himself and asked the guy, polite way to start a conversation is to introduce yourself as well. The guy refused, so Aslan told him, you know, if that's the way it's going to be, this conversation's over, turned to walk away, and the guy attacked him. Apparently he called upon magic and attacked Aslan. Aslan ran to the front, rang the bell, I went out, and they were already into it by then. After all was said and done. Sorry?
Continue.
Well, after all was said and done, Aslan woke up with puncture marks around his throat. And I woke up halfway groggy with a guy sitting on my chest trying to pull my fang out.
He would dare to feed on a fellow vampire. What a disgraceful...
Not entirely sure he fed. It didn't look quite like that. It's too large, I suppose is a good word for it. I'm pretty sure he didn't try to feed.
I do not believe we're dealing with an ordinary vampire. Perhaps it is some sort of a combination. A demon and a vampire. Or some kind of other abomination. I can assure you that no living vampire would be able to best two of us at the same time.
Oh, I'm telling you, he was using very old magics I haven't seen in a long time.
To add on to that, and I'm taking this from the report from Natalia and Christoph, we're dealing with a feral, either half-blood or some other combination. It is willing to draw blood from anyone near him, has hit-and-run tactics, is very cocky and has a large ego, and is very fond of using strong magic. according to Natalia and Christoph, ones they have not seen before. In my eyes, this is relatively simple. It is one that we need to hunt down like we've done in the Olden Lands. If it gets too close, and we are unlucky, then we're playing with lives of our own house.
Don't get me wrong, I've seen this magic before, but it was in very old, very ancient empires. It was rarely a thing you saw. It's like when it hits you, it just completely drains you. It leaves you weak and vulnerable.
This is my concern, that even if we're attacked our own house, that something is amiss and something needs to change. Something needs to change so we do not play with the lives of our people. I know hunting and straining just our attention to one renegade might be too much, but we need to find a strategy to deal with this.
He is currently being hunted by someone. I don't know what large group was ahead of us chasing him, but somebody was chasing him all night.
Do you have any idea who this was that is hunting this vampire?
No, that's why I said I don't have any idea who it was.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood that.
I don't even want to call it a vampire. It feels wrong. Disgraceful.
I agree, Madam Isabel.
Then let's call it a mongrel or an abomination. For all I care, I wish to see it dead.
I agree. Sorry, I need to leave the angle. I'm actually using Ansel to
Does this mongrel have any allies?
get that cool
Or
angle.
is it
But I
simply
cannot speak
walking
while
around
I'm in that
making
mode.
enemies with everyone?
Potentially, and this is a pure guess. And I'm linking this to the bastard and the matron, when we got accused of before. I don't know if this is the correct link, but if so, there is one other. But take this as speculation, not the truth. I don't know.
So this is not the bastard, it's yet another one. Potentially.
Sure. Potentially, yes.
I hope it's not.
Sorry, Isabel.
Go ahead.
I was just saying someone had to have sent him here.
Did you learn anything? Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I just said somebody that knew some of the names of the people living here.
I was, I think the only one I've heard you introduce yourself to, Maya, is our neighbours.
Those are the only people.
Yes, I have given nobody anyone's names. So
Hmm.
who is giving them information?
We have many enemies. Where we come from, they may have tipped him off. But it matters not. He can know our names. He can know where to find us. He can know our weaknesses. But in the end, it is only a matter of time before he makes a mistake. He is just one person. He may have a company. He can even work with Tibbles, for all I care. But it's not just us who is after him. I can only imagine the Twitchers, or even Aramor, are after him too. So it's only a matter of time before he gets captured and killed.
Can anyone think of any reason why this thing is after my daughters?
Because they're after him.
How does he know?
Specifically them, though.
Why us specifically, yes.
We did go into the Unknown City to scout for him a few times, but we weren't spotted. And we didn't speak very much.
We can only
Anyone-
assume. Yes, the
We
only
don't have to
assumption. Go on. Go on, Christoph. Let you finish first.
Meanwhile, I've directly told many people in town that I'm looking for him.
Exactly that. That was actually what I was going to say.
I don't think we've told anyone we're sisters either. So the fact that he said our names together implied he knew there was some sort of relation there.
Not necessarily. My bet is he's gotten your names from someone. Maybe that person doesn't have the entire family's names, the entire house's names. My bet is even though Christoph over here and a few others aren't very subtle about what they're after and what they're doing. I mean, come on. Basic sexist. You're being targeted because you're female. We're naturally the weaker.
Perhaps.
Am I wrong? Come on.
No, you're correct.
You
I
are not
wonder
wrong.
what he means.
That's how people out there see it. If you're female, you're naturally the weaker. They're not going to target Christoph because, I mean, come on, he's a big, strong male. Let's
And
go
he's
after the
asking.
little female. Right?
He's also ginger.
Oh no. I forgot that is our worst trait.
Your pre-existing
Further
conditions.
reinforcing my point that we are being ostracized, ridiculed, and discriminated upon. Even by fellow vampires, apparently.
Can't even be attacked by some feral because I have red hair. Prejudices of this land.
Brother, you are so brave admitting to your darkest secrets, all in a tavern alone.
I did it for you, brother. Both of us can finally live without hiding our deepest and darkest secret. We are free. But
This is all I
jokes
ever
aside, unfortunately, I do have to agree with you, Natalia. He is trying to go after those that he perceives as weak. But that might be his ultimate mistake. Because we know of his strategy now. We know of his approach. And we'll be ready.
Then why not ask for my name? Something doesn't quite add up.
The harsh truth is that this one probably did not have all the answers as Natalia suggested. If it is a pharaoh one, it's not going to think too clearly. It will just go for whatever's offered first.
I wonder.
I want to know where it's getting its information from. I demand people's tongues. If they're giving out things they shouldn't be giving out, we should remove their ability to speak.
Oh my goodness. Solitary.
Things keep going
Ooh.
the way they're going. We'll get the answer to all those questions soon enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Indeed.
Well, rather than trying to figure out where is being given what, we need to decide what we're going to do next. I, for one, wish to see some type of efforts put into hunting this one down.
I
If
love
it's either
Dark's
gathering
consistency.
information
Dark is, of
or
course, the
just
one
making
playing
sure that training
Draven.
is done to those that don't feel they have
He's always calling for
the
action.
fighting skill needed.
And he's
if
not
they
even
feel
like the
that they
biggest
could
PvPer
benefit
of our
from
group.
training.
But he's playing this
For
hot-headed
example, I saw
young
that
brother of mine,
you,
and he's doing
Natalia,
it so
put
well.
down that you wish to have practice with the sword. I'm sure that most of us, including me, could teach you a few things. That goes for anyone else. If they feel that they could benefit from training, we have seasoned warriors. We have ones that have fought before. Ask them, and you get your training.
Same
For
goes
example,
for
if you
magic.
wish, Natalia, you can... Oh yes, for magic as well. If you wish, Natalia, then one of us can train you. I don't mind myself.
But don't forget, your greatest strength comes from who you are. We are a family. We would die for each other. Sebastian and Sophia, count on us. We must succeed in our mission. Otherwise, our entire alliance can be doomed. We are desperate. and we must succeed. Yes, these obstacles that we are facing, they are tough, and there is many of them. But we have been through worse. We'll overcome whatever is thrown at our way.
Agreed. So my suggestion for now is to make sure that those that want training can get that. And we keep gathering intel on this renegade. And keep a watchful eye on those witches, just in case they want to make a move because their pockets got lined with coin again. And also I wish to know more about Aramor, so I suppose what I'm trying to say is gathering of intel is our most forthright option.
Indeed. The pup is there right now as we speak. He requested to be allowed to visit since he learned that the head of advisor of the Queen of Aramor was present during our meeting with Tibbles. He figured out that he might as well be there and hear straight from the source what kind of rumors are being spread about that meeting we just had.
We could also send Lucy.
Yes, we should dispatch our blood bag.
You've got quite a few chores to do right now, Lucy, do you?
Yes, Madam Isabel, I do.
Do we know where this Aramor, where it's located?
I was waiting for someone to speak up.
Near Sepamaru, right?
That's what I heard from the priest.
The village itself is located over top of the Warmaker's Citadel, or whatever the ruins are there. So it's located above Sepamaru.
It is rather large. You'll have a hard time missing it. It's on top of a cliff partially, I believe.
Madame Isabel, are you proposing an encounter, an official one? We could perhaps send them a letter and request an audience of this so-called queen. But it's always located. Hello, Gil.
Do you think that's a good idea?
Seems like this meeting is inevitable.
You heard what that priest said.
What if he's just talking to the pup? He knows them quite well.
Indeed.
Yes, we should do that first. Just bear in mind their stance on, I suppose, people that aren't like them. The words of one man, of course.
Well, we do have something in common with them. Our appreciation for magic, and the fact that this mayor decided to ban it from their town for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure some of the vendors in town are actually selling magical artifacts. Or, of course, resources that could be used for rituals, and all sorts of other magical rituals and other actions. Perhaps we could find common ground.
Perhaps. Let's wait and see what Louvel has to say first.
Of course.
Well, I believe I need to move my legs for a little bit, and I need to go and get naked. If you'll excuse me.
What? For what purpose?
Oh, for the stitching of my armor, of course.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think the blacksmith is quite done though, Mother. You can wait a little.
Oh.
So,
Everyone is so darn slow.
indeed.
Thank you for your presence during this council meeting. I am glad that this event occurred without any losses. And I do believe we are heading towards the right direction. Let's make sure we stay on that path.
Of course. And I'm glad you made it out safe today, brother. Although I would not let anything happen to you.
Same. I appreciate it. Thank you for having my back.
Yes.
Everyone.
Well done.
Anytime. As long as the path that we're on doesn't include me staying out of trouble, because it seems I'm having a hard time doing that.
I don't think any plan would ever last if we would put that in its agenda.
Wow, I'm not that bad. Okay, yeah, I am. Never mind.
We don't have the luxury of
good.
hoping for miracles.
Wow.
Baiter's gonna
You
bait.
know it's true.
I promise we love you very much.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Hope you enjoyed everyone's RP.
Oh, don't you all have to come with me at once?
I was going to ask if you wish
Thank you
to
for
go.
keeping me company.
I can hold the sword in case they do something.
I am done for today. I still need to get some work done before I go to bed, but that unfortunately means that our friend Damien,
I've done it a few times. They
or
can do
our
it
enemy,
fast.
depending on where you stand. Oh wait,
Don't have anyone
didn't mean to change that value. 0.5. Needs to go have his rest. Alright. Oh. There we go. His legs are poking through, but it's fine. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me see if I can send you somewhere nice, preferably on viewers. Oh, we have plenty of streamers. Ooh, and we do have some new ones that I haven't streamed, I haven't hosted before. Mr. Owlman. I don't know this one. Oh, let's send you guys over there. Of course, there are plenty of other streamers, so if you wanna go watch them, do that. But I'm gonna go over here and drop this one a follow to see what he's up to. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your evening, day, whatever you got. Bye bye!